Like I say all the time, life is a lot like the story that you tell yourself. Okay? Secret, you are who you think you are, and the way that you feel will create the experiences of your life. Memories are usually emotional. Let's get the emotional element right. The affirmation today is I feel joy even in tragedies. God has balanced life with comic relief. Whoa, I gotta welcome you. Welcome to the More Podcast. This is the More Podcast, the podcast that's all about helping you tap into that human potential and bringing out the more within you. It's JB Stewart. Today's gonna be a dope episode. We're gonna call this episode Using Humor. Humor is super duper important. But before we get into that, what I need for you to do is like the video, because Increase Fruit got to touch 1 million. You already know affirmation. This is what we put out. Share in this mug. Share this sucker. Because some of your friends gonna need it. You heard me? And if you feel like you need it, somebody else need it. If I felt like I needed it, somebody needed it. That's why I'm sharing today. You understand what I'm saying? And subscribe. And there's the little bell right next to the subscribe. Go ahead and hit that bell because we get it into it and we taking it there. You already know today. The episode today is called Using Humor. But you guys know how we like to start off our podcast. It's our episode. We're going to start with segment 1 and we do affirmations. Now, why do we do affirmations? Because it's firm to believe that redeeming the self-talk changes the life. Like I say all the time, life is a lot like the story that you tell yourself. Okay? Secret, you are who you think you are, and the way that you feel will create the experiences of your life. Memories are usually emotional. Let's get the emotional element right. The affirmation today is I feel joy even in tragedies. God has balanced life with comic relief. I feel joy even within tragedies. God has balanced life with comedic relief. I feel joy even within tragedies. God has balanced life with a comedic relief. See, the interesting thing about dealing with tragedies is they become trauma because they, you say, intertwine themselves within the emotional memory. The emotional memory, how you felt in the moment with the events. In other words, how did you define the event? What energy did you put behind this defining event? And how did that energy affect you within your body to have you feel and experience a certain feeling within the body due to the memory of the event, which is supercharged by the emotion that you have behind the event. Remember, emotion is energy in motion. The energy that's in motion with the memory becomes the trauma or either the amazing feeling or the gratitude. All of these are emotional supercharged films playing themselves within your mind, resonating within your body. And so one of the beautiful things about humor is you can create a new choreography of these memories. So the affirmation goes, I feel joy even in tragedies. God has balanced life with comedic relief. Let's go into segment 2, and you know what we call it. Gold is better sharing. Because here's the thing. The teacher is the best student, and the best student becomes the teacher. And the commonality between the two of those is they're exchanging. They're exchanging. Life is so interactive, it's amazing. Nothing exists without the hand of another thing. There's no mountain high that isn't benefiting from the deep belows, right? And there's no deep belows that isn't, I mean, if you study geography, once upon a time, a surface level, right? Everything has to work together. So in the same way, gold is best shared. Unless gold is upon display, unless gold is crafted into jewelry, into craftsmanship, it's no use. It's a rugged, dirty rock. Unless it's cleaned and refined, you don't know the potential in it. In the same way, our wisdom, our experiences, unless it's shared, we don't know the potential that it has to impact someone else. And therefore, recraft a different world as a consequence. So let's talk about humor. Let's talk about humor. Cause look, I'm gonna tell you this for sure. One thing I learned, don't take yourself serious. Don't take yourself too serious. Do not take yourself too serious. It's a shame to put yourself on a pedestal and not recognizing that you exist with on spectrum. That's a mistake. If you really expect yourself to always nail it the first time, my nigga, that's like forgetting that a ladder exists. That's like climbing up and you getting frustrated because they got a base to a ladder. Is you stupid? Everything has to go through its chronological process. So when we take ourselves too serious, what we telling ourselves is, let's divorce progression. When we expect to be perfect, what we're telling ourselves is, let's divorce mistakes. And if you divorce mistakes, then you divorce critical information to help you recalculate, reevaluate, and redefine yourself. If you divorce yourself from mistakes, what you're saying is, what I want to do is not grow. I want to be the same infallible Negro who don't ever add experience to himself. I want to be stiff like this and never changing. All right? That's fine with you if you want to be a branch sitting somewhere in nature. That's cool with you, but let JB Stewart be a tree. I want to go from little spout, well, he spoke, to, oh, my nigga a strub. Now, look at my nigga a strub. So my nigga a tree, oh, look, he producing fruit. Holla at him. All the little monkeys, they coming through. Curious George and JoJo, they pulling up. You know, they climbing on the nigga, about to get a fruit, have something to eat. You know, they gonna go ahead, eat that fruit, take that fruit, go somewhere, you know, eliminate waste. And, oh, look, JB Stewart, somewhere down the line, end up being fertilized just because he was sharing fruit with little Curious George and JoJo. And then, oh, look what else JB Stewart did. My nigga started producing seeds. So he went from a little sprout to producing seeds, and the same rules that he played by as a little sprout, he can't do that no more. Because now he a seed-bearing tree somewhere in the middle of the forest or whatever. You have to take yourself off a pedestal and give yourself room for evolving. And being too rigid, oh my God, is a curse. Because the other one of the rules is pliability, and adaptability is essential to survival. I'm bringing all this up to say a way that we can strategically lighten the load and make ourselves more pliable is by use of humor. Like, there's a stand-up that Kevin Hart did. It was, yeah, I'm probably about to butcher this nigga stand-up, but he was something like laughing away his pain or something like that. And I was talking to my partner. Oh, shout out to Stu. We gonna get you on camera soon. You heard me. You gonna feel special when you see it. I see it, dog. I see it. He was saying one of the reasons he loved to make people laugh and to laugh is because in laughter, what's gonna happen is you can disattach yourself from the pain of a situation. And in laughter, because it's so powerful, you're caught up within the joy of the tickling of the soul. And it's almost like you're detaching yourself in the briefest of moment while laughing. Upon this stress relief, you can leave away with a better mood, a different emotional state that will help you view your life a tad bit differently. And upon viewing your life a tad bit differently, what you can then do is reevaluate your life and do things a tad bit differently, which gives you more room to think apart from the stresses and the things that are weighing you down, in order that you may recalculate and redefine yourself with this newfound information that you are able to see now by looking at your life a tad bit differently, all because of the usage of humor. Even in tragedy, there's comedic relief. Humor and laughing are forms of detoxification for the emotional state. Like, bro. So I told y'all that I do quality of feeling exercises. I'm silly as hell. One of the reasons I can't take myself too serious because the nigga really ditzy. I'm ditzy out here. I be forgetting shit. You know what I'm saying? My wallet be in my back pocket. I'm checking my front pocket. I'm saying, Jello, what my wallet at? My wallet in my back pocket. I run outside in the cold. I don't feel like putting a jacket on and it's raining. I could just put on a jacket, but I run outside, get my little wallet because I'm in zoo, 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 whatever mode I'm in. And I come back inside, my wallet in my back pocket. And in that moment of self-talk would be, yo, JB, you really dumb out you. Oh, in the moment of self-talk would be zip, and I could just laugh at myself because looking at myself from an outside perspective, I'm a chicken with my head cut off who got acting like he got a memory of a 76-year-old, even though he's 23. That's kind of funny to me. So I do quality of feeling exercises in the morning. And my little ditzy ass, what I do is say something stupid. I'm talking about stupid and just laugh. I make up words and just laugh at them. I do impressions that are outrageous, that ain't funny to nobody else, but they funny to me, and I just laugh. Because when you wake up in the morning, the body don't feel like jump starting, and the ship don't feel like sailing. JB get out of the bed and say, "Hassa, hassa." Look at dumbass shit. "Hassa, hassa." Looking at my roommates, they hearing it. They're like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Hassa, sa ba ba ba." Just dumb shit to make myself laugh because I understand a principle. In stress, I can always laugh because in tragedy, the grace is to have comedic relief. And this should be a good strategy. Upon feeling overwhelmed with emotion, break the stress by pursuing laughter. Two things gonna happen. You gonna enjoy yourself. You heard me? Because who don't like a little tickle, tickle, tickle? You gonna enjoy yourself, and then you'll be able to breathe. It's not so bad after all. Let me think about this. Laughter strengthens your bones. Laughter help you regather yourself and come back to your structure. So, in tragedy, there's comedic relief. And at the point of being overwhelmed, choose to find humor in your situations and laugh your shit off. And that's it. Glory to God. I thank God for a tickle in the gut. Hey? But y'all already know how it is. It's not satisfiable It's not satisfiable just to know, because if we're gonna embody our knowledge, we gotta experience. So let's jump into segment 3, which we call application. Application. Fill in the blanks and let that whole out. Application. Ways to detox the emotional state by laughing. Super simple application. But it's not about knowing it, it's about applying it strategically at the necessary times. Like I do in my quality of feeling exercises, start the day off with a form of laughter. They really got cool people out here that do laughing therapy. They gather around in a little circle, they kumbaya, and they just start laughing, looking at each other. You know, people got all kind of crazy laugh. And they just laugh. They laugh, they laugh, they laugh until the endorphins rise and they feel like they're in an elevated state. So start your morning off, however you jumpstart. If you want to go on TikTok, have a nigga going. Boy, TikTok have a nigga rolling on the flow. You can go on TikTok. You can pull up a funny video that you like. You can do the audacious, outrageous stuff that I do. Start blurting out the most outrageous things and find humor in the randomness. If that's your style. Like, that's what I do in the morning. You can go around singing funny songs. Okay? Start your day off with a form of laughter. Alright? The other thing you do, comedic relief. When you are in between stressful tasks, when you step away to do something relaxing, laugh about some things. Totally. Find humor in some things. Another thing that you can do, say for instance, there's a person who violated you or felt that defiled you or something, and there are something that intimidates you. And it appears to be a overshadowing figure, a figure that you can't overcome. And this is in the psyche, this is in the perception. What you can do to lighting up, right? Or to making that challenge or that figure seem smaller is make fun of them. In your own head. Make fun of it. Your boss, you feel like your boss is son of a, in your head, make fun of it. Or you are going up to do public speaking is something that terrifies you, like most people. Before you go up there, if you feel like the crowd going to say something funny about you or make fun of you, make fun of them in your head. Make fun of them, because remember we talk about humor. We talk about what humor is. Humor is comedic relief. It lightens up the situation. So if you are to walk in a dark valley, whatever that may be, whatever unknown that consists itself of, you should make light of it. Make fun of it. To make fun of something is to make something that otherwise wouldn't be fun, amusing. Upon doing that and getting into a different emotional state while looking at the unknown, you will be able to see it more courageously because you'll be more joyous within the process. This is why I've learned not to take myself too serious. There's room for F-ups in Jonathan Stewart's mind. And then each F-up, for me personally, just becomes a funny story about how I overcome. The narrative shows he killed it, he screwed it up. The reason he screwed it up was because of such and such and such. And it may be sad, but in the midst of that, there's some funny things about it, about him screwing it up from the outside looking in. Like, how could he be so ditzy? Or how could he be so smart but then behave so stupidly? Things that used to bother me, now I look at them as stories of comedic relief. But then he got it together and he made it happen. He learned, helped a lot of people, along the way and was helped by a lot of people along the way. And it became a beautiful story. He and you became a well-versed self-narrative with drama, action, adventure, fantasy, philosophy, and comedic relief. You should look at yourself like a book and make sure that you write all elements within it and be well balanced. So that's the applications, guys. Look, I appreciate y'all for watching, like for real, man. I'm so thankful for the support that I have with the podcast right now. We're going to take it there. We're going to keep elevating, keep increasing, keep bringing that more, because increased fruit touch millions and impact families all over the world. I thank y'all, man. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. I keep talking about subscribe, but listen, subscribe. I'm going to keep talking about subscribe because you need to subscribe. And the reason I keep talking about subscribe is because you're going to subscribe and you need to go ahead and press that notification bell. Ding! And holla at your boy. Content always coming. Guys, thank y'all for watching the More Podcast. Love you so much. Peace to you. Signing out. Who are you really? I am potential. Peace.